I'm thinking of messaging a girl I was seeing before my 10-year prison sentence, but I'm worried it's too late. Back in my university days, I fell for Daria, who was my best friend's younger sister. I tried to keep my feelings in check because of this, but as time went by, my crush on her only grew stronger. Daria was incredibly beautiful and smart, and she always wanted to make the world a better place. Eventually, she told me she had feelings for me too, and to my relief, my best friend was okay with me dating his sister. We were together for 2 amazing years. I regret not asking her to marry me. I guess I thought we had plenty of time and didn't need to rush. We were young after all. We were living in a country that wasn't really free, and we got involved in political activism. This led to my arrest and a 9-year prison sentence. I want to clarify that we didn't do anything harmful or immoral. In fact, what we did isn't illegal in my current country, and our beliefs weren't extreme. Since the day I was arrested, I haven't seen or spoken to Daria. My best friend died not long after my arrest, and Daria had to leave the country, partly because she might have been arrested too. She couldn't contact me while I was in prison, though she did reach out to my dad a few times early on. The situation in our country got worse while I was in jail, so my dad and I moved to Western Europe after my release. Life here is okay. I live with my dad and have a stable job, even if it's not great. A few months ago, I found Daria online. She's in a neighboring country, about 7 hours away by train. She doesn't post much on social media, but it seems like she might be single. Even if she's married, I'd be happy just being friends, like in the early days. Part of me really wants to contact her, and my dad thinks I should. But I feel like it might be selfish. The way her brother died was traumatic for her, and I'm worried I'll just remind her of all the bad stuff. Also, if she has a partner, I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't want to bring any more sadness into her life. Time stopped for me in prison, but it didn't for her. She's built a whole new life, and I don't want to mess that up just because I miss her. She might not even remember me. And if she does let me back into her life, I feel like I'd just be a burden because of my mental health issues. We've been apart much longer than the time we spent together. Do I even have the right to miss her this much? For now, I just Google her name now and then to see that she's doing okay. It hurts a lot, and I don't know how to stop the pain. I still love her with all my heart and probably always will. Should I contact her or leave her alone? If I do reach out, what should I say? Update. First, thank you to everyone for your advice and kindness. I've always felt ashamed about my situation and didn't expect such understanding and compassion, especially from strangers. Several people asked for an update, so here it is. I sent Daria a message after making my post. It was a simple hello with my new contact info, saying it was fine if she didn't want to get in touch. I left her my phone number and email, wished her well, and left it at that. I didn't expect an immediate response, so I tried not to think about it too much. But early Monday morning, she called me. It was a number from her country. I was nervous, but I answered. She kept asking if it was really me, sounding both happy and emotional. She first called me by a nickname she used to use, then quickly corrected herself, which was a bit sad for me. The call was awkward but in a good way. We were both nervous but seemed happy to talk. Daria told me she had been really worried about my safety, especially in my last year in prison, because things had gotten worse back home. She thought they might unalive me quietly instead of releasing me. There were cases of other prisoners like me being unalived under suspicious circumstances, so her fears weren't unfounded. She also tried to send me stuff and money in prison, but her attempts were rejected. I wasn't allowed to have a commissary account or receive letters because of the nature of my crimes, so she had to stop trying. She told me this like she was apologizing, as if I'd be upset with her for not helping more. I didn't even know she had tried to do that. I understand it was risky for her, and I feel bad that she put herself in danger for me. We didn't talk much about the past and instead chatted about lighter things like our jobs, where we live, and how my dad is adjusting to a new country. When she had to go to work, she asked if we could keep talking over a WhatsApp. I said yes right away and downloaded the app. We've been messaging ever since, and we talk on the phone when I'm done with work. Sometimes it feels like we're young again, other times it's like we're trying to revive parts of ourselves that we lost. She seems more timid now, and I worry about how much I've changed and whether there's anything left in me that she would value. But hearing her laugh feels so familiar and right. She hasn't lost her kindness or empathy. We're slowly rebuilding our friendship, and I'm honestly just happy to be talking to her again. She asked if we could have a video call this weekend. I agreed, but I'm nervous. I look different now. I'm thinner, I see an old man in the mirror, and my teeth are a mess. I'm worried about getting too emotional and not wanting to cry in front of her. I don't want her to feel like she has to comfort me. If anyone has advice for handling this, I'd appreciate it. But overall, this week has been amazing, and I'm so grateful for the push to contact her. 1,000 thanks to everyone. Update 2. Many people have been asking for another update, so here goes. These past 2 months have really flown by. I told Daria about being nervous for the video call, and she insisted we do it immediately so I could stop worrying. Seeing her face made everything suddenly feel very real. She still looks like herself, maybe even more beautiful, but now fully an adult. Her adaptation to a completely different culture from our homeland really hit home the fact that a lot of time has passed. Not being able to reach through the screen and hug her when she cried was tough, and I didn't even realize I was crying too. She didn't seem shocked by my changed appearance, but did comment on it, asking if the food where I live was terrible. I explained about my jaw and the upcoming dental work. In response, she started ordering groceries for me, including soft snacks and tasty meal replacement drinks, which she's been sending every week. She refuses to let me pay her back, joking that she owes me a lot of meals from our university days. Our daily conversations have become a highlight for me. Video calls are now a regular thing and talking to her feels easy and natural. One night, she casually chatted with me while washing dishes, and it struck me how such simple, everyday moments can feel so comforting and home-like. I've realized that maybe the concept of home isn't about a physical place, but about people and connections. Daria frequently sends me photos, showing me her life, and in turn, she's curious about mine. I was embarrassed to admit that I didn't have much to share. I wasn't really going out or doing much. But her playful challenges, like comparing pastries or parks between our cities, encouraged me to get out more. I've explored more of my city in the past month than I ever did before, even joining my colleagues for a beer. I'm still cautious and prefer less crowded places, but I'm getting out there the best I can. Daria used to be very social, and I assumed she wouldn't be lonely. I was wrong. There are things she can't share with her friends because they wouldn't understand, and it would change their dynamic. Despite our different experiences, we understand each other in a way others can't. She has been a massive support to me, taking on some of my burdens without being asked. I'm continually amazed by her. For Women's Day, I sent her orchids, her favorite flowers, and she seems so happy. The things I do to bring her joy feel small, but she's grateful for them. I want to do anything for her and I'm learning how to. Recently, there have been protests where she lives, and it makes her anxious and sleepless. Now I stay on the phone with her during those nights, so she's not alone. We reminisce about our own days of activism with a mix of anxiety and nostalgia. The big news, Daria is coming to visit me. We were talking about a church near me with windows designed by an artist she admires. I suggested she should see them in person, and suddenly our vague plan turned into a concrete arrangement for next Saturday. She's staying from Friday until Sunday. I haven't fully processed it to be nervous yet, but I'm sure that will come. I'm incredibly grateful for all the advice and encouragement from everyone. It's been a huge help.